can say anything you wanna say.
Hey guys, it's Jordan Sparks. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to do a little throwback, and I'm going to be doing my Dance Coach Reacts series. But for today's video, I'm going to be reacting to this. So I had a commenter ask to do a reaction video to an older video of CHLOE LUKASIAK, and this is a solo of hers that is called Thick Skin by Leona Lewis. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at today, taking a look at the technique and the performance, seeing where she did well or where she could have improved. So if you're interested in that, make sure to give this video a great big thumbs up, and I guess let's hop right into it.
You can say anything you wanna say.
Okay, so we have a bit of a black box moment going on. That is like those, it's basically a room with all four walls are black. It's just a term that we use in theater. And it's great for filming solos like this. So as we can see, CHLOE has kept her long lines, her legs, and her nice, strong, stretched, pointed feet and ankles. Great job. This is looking very emotive already. I'm going to have to pause every few seconds just so that we can try and avoid this video getting blocked from the copyright system. But yeah, let's keep going.
Hate me, but I'm gonna love you anyway. If you didn't have a wall to hide behind.
Okay, so still we have the very emotive, very expression-filled movement quality, so that is fantastic and definitely very CHLOE of her. I'm seeing lots of great contractions, great releases. I think that she could be a bit more emotive in the face, but I'm definitely seeing all of that coming through in the body, and I am seeing her expressions and her emotions in the facial expressions up close. But keeping in mind, we are filming, this is on film, so when you're performing in a theater, you want to play up your facial expressions so even the person in the very back of the balcony in the nosebleed section can see you. So you're playing up to the very back of the balcony, whereas when you're on film, it needs to be a little bit more subtle, so.
Bet you fall to pieces when your eyes met mine. You can throw your dagger.
I feel like the way that contemporary dance has moved in the last 10 years has definitely drastically changed since we're seeing this number, but this number is more my style. I love the clean lines, pointed feet, stretched feet, and I love a good lyrical number. I'm more of a lyrical fan than contemporary, and especially in like the 2010s, 2015 era, moving forward, definitely a bigger fan of lyrical and contemporary from these earlier days. Going forward, not such a big fan. Great job in this, especially it looks as if her feet have actually improved since leaving the ALDC, but definitely the long stretched lines, gorgeous statuesque kind of dancing is still there and still very full of expression.
It don't matter, I got thick skin. You cannot be down, but I'll get up again. 'Cause I'm stronger than your bruises, I got thick skin.
All right, so great jumps. She has great control in her jumps. Her legs are stretched, her knees are pointed, and she is still very, very great technique, very controlled. What year was this? Because it looks as if I'm not sure what year this was, but it looks as if she had continued to maintain her training and her technique after she left the ALDC, or at least having the wherewithal that she learned while she was a competitive dancer. She continued to train with that on her own. I'm not really sure. I know that she did go to another studio for a while, but this is great. Her technique in this is fantastic. Really, really articulated, clean lines, stretched feet, all of that. Great movement quality, good contractions, great releases, great jumps, leaps. The turns were great. The flexibility is the only thing that she has great flexibility overall, but like, for example, hitting that sol de chat, she could have had a bigger 180-degree stretched leap in that split leap, like sol de chat, split leap, jeté, whatever you want to call it. But she could have had a little bit more of a hyperextended leap in that, and obviously just like bobbling out of the croupier turns, but like that's not really important, especially when you're filming an art piece like this. This isn't dance competition, so time and place, I honestly wouldn't correct either of those things if it was me directing and filming this. I would just go with what the performer gave me.
'Cause I'm stronger than your bruises, I got thick skin. Every time you find another stone to throw, I will pick it up and start to...
Okay, so we're at a big contrasting point in the choreography, or we're about to hit that, and we're a minute in, so let's see what she gives us.
Build a wall, keep a mirror tight, because with every blow...
It's interesting because she's keeping in all of these like jazz standard steps that we saw her do at the ALDC, so I think that's kind of smart, especially for her audience, especially at this time, because she had left the show, I believe, already. I'm pretty sure that at this point she had left the show, she had been training at a different studio, and I'm not even sure if she was still taking classes or not. But she's maintaining her brand, which is that of a strong, controlled, independent woman and a independent, strong, controlled dancer. So again, with just like the height, the calypso could have been a little bit higher off the ground, but gorgeous. Let's get back into it.
You were only added to my castle. You can throw your daggers, you can still come in.
Okay, I loved that. I'm not sure if I've seen CHLOE do something like that. I wasn't expecting that step. Great job with the aerial. I've been trying to get my aerial this summer with no luck. I'm telling you, these things get harder and harder and harder with time, and I am 34 going on 35 now, and I just feel real heavy trying to do an aerial. But I need to go to like the gymnastics gym and practice with a foam pit somewhere that I can actually try just not putting my hands down, because right now I'm just putting my hands down. Let me know if any of you guys can relate. Have you been, I don't know what age group you are watching these videos at this point, or if you're a dancer yourself, but are you having problems putting your hand down in your aerial? Let me know. Okay, so we got some more turning, more expressive movement quality. I like the close-ups add and make sense when you're watching a filmed piece, but just like on Dance Moms, I'm like, can we zoom out so I can see all the dancing, please?
You cannot be done, but I'll get up again, 'cause I'm stronger than you.
Again, with the acro, I almost feel as if she wasn't allowed to do acro very often, or wasn't allowed to be showcased doing acro on Dance Moms, and so maybe now that she's out of the show, she's showing us like, hey, I can actually do this stuff. I just wasn't allowed to have it in my solos because I wasn't the contortionist or the acrobat on the team. It was all about branding on that show.
'Cause I'm stronger than your bruises, I got thick skin.
To anyone who's ever been told out there that they can't do it, they shouldn't do it, or they aren't good enough,
So yeah, like we were saying about strong, independent women, I was not expecting that to be in this. I almost feel like, have I watched this before? I can't imagine. Oh my god, I thought someone just jumped off the bridge, but it was a seagull. I can't imagine me watching this or having this come out and not reacting to it at the time. That's what seems kind of weird to me. I'll show you guys where I'm filming. But yeah, there's a bridge there, and I thought somebody just jumped off of it. Okay, let's get back into this.
and prove them wrong.
Stronger than your bruises, I got thick skin.
Amazing. So that was the end of that. So my final thoughts, I would say the technique she maintained, amazing clean lines, pointed feet, stretched feet, all of the basic jazz standards with the ballet incorporated technique. In terms of improvements, if you watching as an audience member watching this, and you're like, how could I be better? How could I do that and make it better? I would say just in the split leaps, getting working on the over splits so that when you actually take to doing a jeté or any kind of split leap, that you actually hit the full 180 degrees in the air. Aside from that, the jumps and leaps were a little bit low, so just getting more explosive power in the leaps, and you can get that by just conditioning, really practicing your hops on one leg and your jumps on, and just like doing your conditioning, because the more that you practice and the stronger your legs are, the better you're going to get with that explosive pop, snap energy. There's actually a word to describe that kind of movement in science. I can't remember what it is off the top of my mind. And the movement quality was great. The flexibility we could improve a little bit. The height we can improve a little bit. But overall, the technique was there. The lines were there. The turns were there. The expression was there throughout the body and the movement quality. We saw a little bit small facial expressions. I feel like she could have been a little bit more expressive or used the face a little bit more, but I feel like we want to really pay attention to that balance between being overly expressive and phony, especially when on camera, so I can understand not doing that. But overall, I thought that this was a great number, and I thought that her including that little Kids' Choice speech at the end was a nice little touch. But what do you guys think of CHLOE LUKASIAK's performance of Thick Skin by Leona Lewis? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you have any other videos that you would like me to react to, or just any other filming ideas that you have in general for me, just kind of posting whatever lately, let me know. If you enjoyed seeing this kind of throwback, let me know as well. And as always, make sure to be weird, be wild, and stay sparkly. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.